Fasting is now all the rage, from intermittent fasting to cleanse fasting. Now, dopamine fasting? Have a look. We are in the age of dopamine overload. That is the argument behind one of the hottest trends in America, the dopamine fast. The idea is that we are being bombarded with social media, shopping, pleasure eating, sex, recreational drugs, and new technology constantly, and they are giving us unprecedented amounts of dopamine. Proponents claim the only way to even out these sky-high levels and prevent us from being overly addicted is to fast, whether it's for a few hours or even an entire week. So is this the solution to our over-plugged-in world, or just another attention-grabbing gimmick trying to keep us away from our favorite daily pleasure? Neuroscientist Don Vaughn is joining us to explain this concept of dopamine fasting.
So dopamine is a powerful chemical in our brain that's responsible for experiencing pleasure and wanting to do things. And the problem is that in today's society, highly stimulating activities that we want to do are everywhere all the time. Shopping, social media, sugary snacks. And the impact is that our dopamine system is being overstimulated and desensitized. And that can have a real impact on our quality of life and our performance. And so dopamine fasting is the idea that you intentionally set aside some time away from these highly stimulating activities and let your dopamine system recover.
So basically try to be boring for a while.
But how do you know when it's too much? Like at what point can you draw the line and say, I think my dopamine levels are all off? Or where do you decide that you need this?
There are different levels of dopamine related activities. So some things like social media we know now are highly addicting. They really bring us coming back a lot. And so the important thing about dopamine fasting is to find for you how long or what you can do to cut out some of these really compelling activities, but still find things that are still engaging for you. And I would say it really depends on the personality type. So if you're an introvert, for example, that might be getting some time alone with a book or going for a walk in the woods. If you're an extrovert, it might be socializing with people and getting that face-to-face human connection time. And people just need anything that gets them interested, but just away from these really compelling activities.
In preparing for the segment, I thought this concept of our need to constantly refresh our screens, how that in and of itself can be addictive. You know, when we first got the very first tablets we got on this show, years ago, right? I mean, we used to get literally 3-ring binders, and you go through it, and once you're done, you would put it to the bedside, and you wouldn't think about it. Well, now, even in my own life, I was thinking about this. I was sitting on the hotel patio last night, sitting there thinking about how I used to just sit there and just enjoy the night. Now, I constantly grabbing the tablet. I can't help it. And I'm feeding a dopamine response there. Am I not? Like I was like, what am I doing? And I'm reading about this segment. I'm thinking, I need a dopamine fast now.
I think social media is designed to tap into our dopamine reward system, isn't it? I mean, many of these feeds are basically meant that way so that you keep refreshing that feed.
But I'm not even on social media. I'm reading about sports scores and making sure my mailbox is empty.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not just social media, it's everything. It's like, oh my gosh, I watched this new clip. Oh my gosh, oh wait, he hit a home run? Oh, enjoy the stars. Well, what? I mean, if can we all acknowledge that we get caught up in that a little bit?
Of course, yeah.
Well, and we've all said that we all need that internet, that high-tech break